Hi everyone. How are you today? This is Antoine from Radest Production. Today we got Roxy Perry from Tasmania for our September edition. Time goes fast. It's already the third live stream we're doing. I had a big week. I'm not full ready, but I think we're gonna go ahead with what we got. It's gonna be an interview like I've done with the other two person, Campbell and Emma. If we have question on the live stream, we'll answer them after that. Then we got a little product testing, something good for your finger, and we'll talk about that and skin, I guess. We'll probably close with Sand of the Month, a new chapter. Didn't quite have time to introduce yet, so we got some decent sand this month we'll like to talk about, and we'll close with the access ongoing issue. So let's talk about this mental issue, maybe not this month. Okay, so let's switch to Roxy. Hi Roxy, can you hear me? Okay, good. So you don't see yourself on the live stream yet, but you're live, so we actually only see you and my computer. There you go, I'm in the corner. So, how are you this week, Roxy? Still what? Sorry. Oh, why you say that? Yes. I had a feeling Tasmania was a bit sheltered in some way. Even you did the restriction phase 1 or 2. How bad did it get down there? Hmm. Okay, just for our viewer, Roxy's got a bad signal, so I messenger with you to Queensland and then back onto my YouTube channel. So at a point it was touch and go. We thought we wouldn't go ahead because our voice was breaking up. We'll just roll with it. Just stay with us. If you don't hear fully, maybe just put a question on the live chat. Okay, Roxy, just want to ask you which gym you're working at again? Okay, so that was a dumb question from me. Sorry. So you say maybe other gym will open, bouldering or something. You got enough climbers there to get many venues? And how long you been with Rocket? Uh, can you repeat? Sorry, we didn't hear you. And how old were you back then? 15. 15. Wow, couldn't drive a car yet. Still could send pretty hard climb. Okay, well, sorry I got sidetracked a bit. So let's just go back to our week. What did you do Monday? Shit, the sound is really, really weak. I'm just listening to the channel. Just give me a second, Roxy. What's going on there? Okay, my voice is really good. It's your voice. Okay, what's your voice? Oh, okay, that's why, because I turned it off in the setting. Hang on. Where are you, HDMI 3? Okay, try again. Oh, that's a tough question. Maybe we just synthesize what you said so far, because no one heard nothing. Just give me a sec. Okay. Yeah, okay. So now what's the restriction with COVID? The gym's open? You all good? Okay. So you said Monday you trained, you went to bed. What about Tuesday? Did something different or same? Sorry, Roxy. I'm multitasking. I'm not the best listener from the start. So, um, 5 hour sessions for you, is that normal length? Is that okay, Roxy? We can hear you, but not really loudly. So just give me one sec. Sorry, it's a slow start. I know what I've done wrong. I activate the sound on the wrong channel. Because if you got too many sounds in, then it's super messy. But I got, so we should be good now because it's the same setting as Campbell. So let's just present yourself. See if I can hear you in 30 seconds on the YouTube channel, and then we know it's good. How are you, Roxy? This is Antoine from Radest. Take two. How are you this week? You working in the weekend? You say? Oh yeah. Jesus. No, it's not going so well with your sound. I can hear you well. Your image is crisp. Like it's good on your side now. It's fantastic. Um, if you don't talk, I cannot know what's happening. Sorry. Just say something because it's not really important. There's not that many people offended right now. There's only 3 loyal viewer. Thank you guys to stay with us. I'll put my money on Miss Harrison. Yeah. Oh dear. Like honestly, I need to call my wife before we do the live stream and then test it with her and then, and then call you. But my wife is not around, obviously. Oh, it'll work out. I'm not stressed. It's a bit, I don't know how much time you got yourself. And okay, what I'm doing is I'm like cranking your sound like way up. And it's either gonna explode or we can not hear you still. Hmm. I can hear me well. So what's happening is I got sound from my messenger. I can hear you. It's going in my HDMI cable. Or it's not. What I'm thinking about is it there? Lower down slightly. There we go. Okay. The sound was going to my computer instead of going into the HDMI cable through the road.
Okay.
So we should hear you. Yeah, you're peaking. Just talk.
Uh, Hello. Can you hear me at all anymore? Yes. Okay. How's that going? Uh, yeah. Run out of things to say. Um. Oh, I don't know. I'm excited. To be, uh, 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 Finally. Yep. Yep. I just had a busy week of work and training, and now it's Friday, and I'm excited to be here having a chat. Yep. Hmm. Okay. 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 No, no worries.
Okay, Roxy. We got some sound difficulty, and obviously I'm winging it. But what's gonna happen is we'll keep going with the interview. We got Roxy sound and my sound now. The only difficulty is I can only listen to Roxy with the lag. So we're just gonna roll with that. So Roxy, I'm so thrown off now. Anyway, okay. So the crux was a sit start on this live stream. It was a bit hard straight off the bat, but I think we're on the route now. So how's your week?
My week has been good. Yes. And a lot of coaching and other stuff. But pretty much a usual week for me.
Okay, I can see your lip have stopped moving, so I assume you finished the question. Um, what I'd like to talk to you about today is mostly what I find interesting is you, but also where you live.
Hmm.
So maybe we just start with Tasmania and what's a bit special about lots of climber in Australia didn't climb there. And honestly, I'm a granite guy. I'd love to go down there in the forest. I think I'll feel like right in Canada. But what's so special about Tasmania and how good you got it? Like, is that the best state to climb, you reckon?
Um, um, I think just the how close proximity you are to all sorts of outdoor adventure activities. Find some world class climbing in half-hour drive, and you just a little bit further and the heat climbing or that sort of adventure sort of stuff like tone pole, all that sort of thing. Yeah, it's just the fact that you've got tips, and you can really go as far as you like with. Um, and obviously, there's a good crew of crushers down here, um, and everyone's always out for an adventure.
Thanks, Rusky, to do a long answer. That gives me a chance to see your lips. Um, I think I don't know what you said just yet, but once the boat goes in again, I think lots of climbers would be tempted to go to Tasmania. The summer's just around the corner in Queensland. Apart from Coolum Cave, it's frog season's pretty much over. Is there like a south sudden migration when the summer kicks in?
The general temperature down here is a lot more favorable for climbing than it is some of the um, so I think it is quite common for people to migrate down for the summer climbing when it's not too hot. It's usually pretty spot on, especially when you're close to the ocean. Can be a bit more, I guess. Yeah, the sun's always out. It's always not for too hot.
Thanks, Rusky. Um, So, apart from you, who's famous in Tasmania, I guess, who else is the big name in Tasmania we should check out to upcoming that we could see on the circuit? I mean, national, maybe next Olympic. Is there like some secret weapon down there?
Look, we've definitely got a lot of the sort of youth, younger kids coming through, um, even down as young as, I guess, youth C, probably. But even below that, coach all of the state team as well. About as long as they keep sticking with it, which I'm sure they will. But yeah, psyched, and they're always looking for stuff to climb outside as well. But I like to think that that's what my influence is. Yeah.
Thanks, Roxy. Um, let's move on to something else. I've seen you around climbing since I'm around, basically, covering the events or just being a participant myself. And you always been someone with lots of energy, big smile. Never really see you crying or throw a tenty. Um, so and then you move on to the World Cup. You know, I've seen you around overseas, hanging around with the crew. Pretty cool Australian team you had when you did those events. And now you seems to be involved in maybe what's your journey looks like. Like you're also a route setter, obviously. Where is your energy going into?
Uh, well, kind of the question I'm asking myself as well. An interesting year, really, not having competition right normally have every year just because they're not around. Kind of gives you that sort of moment to step back and kind of decide. I actually been doing a digital marketing diploma, which I'm hoping to use for a couple different things. But yeah, I'm really, really into route setting at the moment, and definitely lots and lots of coaching. And I hope to sort of keep pushing those. Yeah, just see where it's for the moment. Might do something a bit more serious later on.
Thanks, Roxy. Still have no idea what you said at the end. Um, I think it's an interesting journey for lots of people that might be on the old school side, obviously, but I think the guys I start following who are like the junior, just moving into open A, now are all in a different phase of their life. Like basically, I interviewed the people I knew the most, like Campbell and Emma before you. They all
Mhm.
kind of, and it's sometimes plan A doesn't go. How for you are, do you have your finger in many pies, or are you all in something kind of person?
I find in with everything. I'm very indecisive that way, so I often just say yes to everything. Um, Good experience in lots of areas. Um, I think 2019 in general was a bit rocky for me physically and mentally. I'm sort of over that, and I'm pretty psyched on. I'm not done competing yet. You can put it that way. Um, but yeah, it's definitely sort of looking a little bit more into what I want to do career wise as well, which seems to be a lot of things right now.
Sorry, Roxy, your lips stopped moving. Um, I'm gonna go ahead with the next chapter, um, which is gear testing. So I'm trying to put a segment a month uh, Actually filmed something at Frog Buttress a few weeks ago with the Uber brother. Oh, sorry, the Straw brother we got in Queensland, and we test a rope, really nice rope, mammoth. I kind of ran out of time to do my editing for this session, so I'm using an old video, which is a product I love and good friend of mine, Brandon Fraser, start Magic Block with his girlfriend back in the days. So let's talk about skin. How's your calluses these days? Pretty
Uh,
good.
yeah,
And
yeah.
how much time it's an issue for you? Is that something you got trouble with, or you pretty tough skin, you don't care, or comps? I don't know.
Look,
Go
to
ahead.
be honest, it's I probably could look after my skin better than I do, but I just sand down my calluses with just a nail file or something like that when they start to get a bit rough. And that's about it, actually. I don't do a whole lot else. I just lots until it's nice and sturdy, really.
Okay, Roxy. Okay, I'm gonna show the video now, and we'll talk about it a bit later.
No worries.
What I like about Magic Block is that it's made from all natural products. After a long day's hard climbing, it feels really nice in the skin. It doesn't leave a long-lasting oily residue either, which is really nice. And my skin seems to heal really quickly as well with it, which is a nice thing. I can get back climbing straight away.
Uh,
Oh,
a little
sorry.
most.
Um,
Oh,
keep going.
yeah. Sorry. Um, Stuff that was quite broad, um, hot. And there were lots of jumps and slips, and that was the only time I actually flew through. I think it had was bleeding and had to tape it. Um, but I'm pretty fortunate, I think, with other comps, mostly because of the rest time in between rounds has been sufficient, I think.
Thanks, Roxy. It's just the people didn't hear me asking the question. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna throw a little sideball curve. How do you say it? Anyway, a little thing you didn't expect. Um, I got to know you a bit better at the Rock in 2017. You were route setting. You came up to help the crew with Kurt and Pat. You remember this? All right. Let's remember it a bit more. We'll just watch a little video.
Hey, this year I'm really excited to bring a bit of open climb flair to the routes here at the Rock. I've been setting at open climb for the past 7 years or so, So I'm just really excited to work with other setters from the community. We've got setters from Rock Sports, Crank, Rocket up the coast, and obviously the Rock as well. So really excited just to network with all these route setters and try and come up with something really interesting for the crowd to watch and something even more interesting. Okay, bro, time to warm up.
We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but
I love everything about route setting. I'm really passionate about, commercially, I'm really passionate about trying to create interesting movement for people, something that's going to get people thinking and feeling good about what they're doing. Yeah, I'm just really excited about him to grow route setting in Australia. And don't forget,
Okay, Roxy. I was at the Rock too, that comp, but no, it was that same comp actually. No, you're right. So let's just talk about your route setting journey. I'm uh, I'm a big fan of the behind the scenes stuff. I love filming rock climbers and guys on the wall, but honestly, I just like showing up early at the event and hanging out with the route setters. That's like my crew.
Mhm.
So I'd just like to know your journey. Like, when's the first time you grab a T-bar, if you ever grab one, and where you're at now?
Yeah. Well, I probably about after they opened quite a slow. I was not on to begin with. Um, and yeah, I guess just evolved from there. I tried to set for as many positions as I could if I wasn't climbing, so it mostly meant just local social events. And then that comp in Queensland that you were just talking about was the first I set for. And yeah, my passion for competition setting definitely increased after that event. I set a couple youth national events, which were really cool and an awesome experience. I'm always known for youth. I also love coaching. And if I'm not setting, I take the Tasmania to the comp and work with them the whole time. So when I do set, it's a little bit of it's a win and a lose at the same time. I don't get to help the kids at all. Obviously, even really them or give them beta. Going from there, I'm setting twice a week at the moment at Rocket, uh, at Beta, which will be yeah, and I guess other than that, a couple yeah, in Victoria for Blockhouse and Urban Climb, which have been really great and definitely some of the best learning experiences I've had as well. Just seeing how they do their thing, and yeah, it's been good. But I'm pretty keen, always ready to learn more when it comes to set.
Thanks, Roxy. Just following on to that, if you had an opportunity to set at the Olympic or the World Cup, is that something you would achieve or will towards that? Let's say like sky's the limit, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would always want to. Um, I think it would be a bit out of my league as it stands, but it would definitely be something to work towards. I think the ideas, it's very fascinating to me. I think I have a pretty good base, I guess, being a competition climber to be able to, but experience is everything. So at some point you have to decide if you want to be the climber or the setter, really.
Um, Moving on to the same thing, every live stream asks the same question: is who's your top dog for Shiana, male and female?
Oh,
So I vouch for Lucy and Tamalaran myself. What's your bet? Or some people when split they couldn't say the one.
Yeah, I find that to be quite an interesting question. I mean, it's it's going to be very close, I think. And I mean, I'm one of the most indecisive people on the planet, but I don't choose one person. I think climbing is way too unpredictable in that sense. So easy to slip or mess up a speed route or have an underdog who you just had no idea like slip through and just compete so well. Like I guess you've got maybe a top, five for male and female that are most likely, but it really it I mean, it's just how competition goes. It could be anybody.
Um, so let's say the same thing, but out of the competition circuit. Like for me, I started rock climbing because I read book of Reynold Messner. So I was an alpinist. Obviously, I'm French Canadian. So it could be either that or the person who inspired you the most in your climber as a journey. Like you read a book or you know about them. You just can Google them, obviously. But is there someone who's a bit special for you? Like I'm thinking maybe Linnell for you, but anyone, you know?
um, I'm gonna give you a real diplomatic answer here as well. I guess I take inspiration from a lot of people. Definitely err on the side of, I guess, shorter females, and especially like, it's see people who you don't think could make it and do. So, kind of like Salome Ramon from France, definitely stands out, or Becca Frango, those sorts of girls. Yeah, you can do. I guess to sound like cheesy, but yeah.
Thanks, Roxy. We'll move on to the next thing. Send of the month. So, like I said earlier, I never did that, but I'd like to do it. I got a big send to probably most of people know in Queensland, but is there a send of the month for you, like that you either Facebook or someone you know? We're talking in Australia.
In Australia,
Tasmania included, obviously.
oh gosh, look, I know who you're gonna say. I won't
Okay, I'll
say
give
that
you.
one. I guess I have to give props to Charlotte Garden, who's, I mean, she's British, but she lives in Tasmania at the moment. And I climb with her a lot and train with her, and she's been getting out a little bit. I don't know exactly what she did on her last trip, but I know she flies at Crag as well, so I'm
Left of the
keep it.
field. Um, cool. So I don't know what you said, but yeah, I'll roll with my one. Like I've been waiting for that for like I've been climbing to Kulin Cave since I think first time 1998 I was there, and it was like four line there, and Evil Wear No Pants was partially boated back then. It was the first ascent by Lee Cooges, and now there's been a female ascent. So yeah, Lucy, how good is this? What do you
Very
think
cool.
about that ascent? Like first female ascent of Evil. Evil, if you've never been to Coolum, it's the icon art climb. It's the line. So do you know Lucy personally? What do you think of such an achievement? Like you might not even care about the female aspect of it, but I think it was up there in her grade wise, like it's best sent for. I don't think she did 31. She's in the 30s on the rock.
Mm.
Like this is, and she's coming back from injuries. Amazing journey from Lucy there.
Yeah, it's exceptional. It really is. Especially in such strange times, I guess, where people are limited to what they can train with and no competition. And I think just the fact that she is from an injury and is still showing that she's, at the top of her game, is it's super inspiring as well. But yeah, I do know Lucy. I've gone to lots of competitions with her and traveled heaps, and it's just awesome that she's still obviously keeping strong and showing that and pushing the grade higher for herself and women.
Thanks, Roxy. Um, we've been going for 40 minutes. I don't really want to cover all chapter all the time, but I'd like to give you an opportunity to maybe talk to your 3 loyal viewer who's still there. Plus, you had another 2 at a point, so we peak at 5.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not really important. Most of the people can only sit down for so long, and there's gonna be playback. It'll be available online. But yeah, I'll leave you close whatever you want to say, and when I see your lips stop talking, I'll talk and cut this stream. So on you, Roxy. Thank you so much for having you. I'm a big fan. I can't wait to see you back physically, obviously, at a gym or something. I might even come visit you in Tasmania if I can. Okay, so that's a wrap for me. Thank you, Roxy. Last word from you.
No, I don't have anything in particular. I think we covered everything, but thanks to those who did actually stick around and watch. So it's such a shaky start, and I hope everybody is staying safe and training hard in their and I can't wait to be back on the comp every weekend. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Roxy. People can still see you, but yeah, we can still have a discussion. It's just I cannot hear you. So then again, lads and ladette, welcome everyone who listened to this. I've been working really hard to try get this concept going. I've been thinking about it like as a dreamer younger, but now I'm almost capable. Obviously, it's not really a one-man gig, a live stream, but I'm doing it one man, so it never goes plan A, and I'm just a bit tired to be at plan C and D, so I'm working on the journey, not the destination, but thanks for hanging around. I think I can do something really good with what I got in mind, and I think there'll be more follower, and I want to keep doing this every month indefinitely. I had 3 amazing guests so far. I don't have a confirmed guest for next month. I know Anna Derby was supposed to be with us, but she's a busy girl. I think she just won the complet this weekend at WA. We'll have her somewhere down the road, but yeah, I'm looking at going across Australia and finishing in Queensland. So I still have to take South Australia, Canberra, and all those states before I come back to someone who lives in Queensland. So this is Antoine. Thank you, Roxy. It's great to have you. And don't forget, if you scratch, grassy door. See you, Roxy. Have a good one. Have a good
Bye.
weekend.